I don't look at it as I can go to the portal and fix a problem. I look at it as the family I've created and brought in. I want to keep that family. That was something that Kirby Smart said after golfing with Rick and Bubba. Now, I'll be honest, I've never heard of the Rick and Bubba show, but it's a thing. And he did a radio show. He did a quick interview with them, and it was a lot of fun because it gives you the ability to have him talk in front of people who are not traditional sports reporters, and in talking about the portal, and really just a lot of the stuff in recruiting and retention and development for Georgia. Kirby Smart's done a very good job through the years of getting the best players he can get and being creative with the way that he's accumulated other people. So if you think about in 2016 with Mo Smith, and how much difficulty Alabama was planning on giving Georgia and the SEC about that transfer, that was an immediate solution to a problem. Mo Smith, I think, was a captain that year for Georgia. But that was the beginning. As we've seen over time, there's really not been that many guys who have come in for Kirby and been big contributors as transfers. That's just not been something that's happened. There have been a few here and there, but it's not been a lot of them. McKeel Crumpton is one guy that pops up to my brain. In 16 they did this. They did this a few times in 16 just because they were limited, and they knew they were limited, Georgia. But that's not how they're going to go about building. And if you're at Georgia or Alabama or really LSU, I know that Lane has done this a lot at Ole Miss. It's not a great way to do things because, when you're in college and you're getting recruited and you're sort of one of the normal people, so to speak, and you're not a transfer, you have a relationship not just with that school, but with the coach and everything. And if nothing changes, you pick that place for a reason. When you're a transfer student, you're almost certainly going there to play. Like, you don't necessarily care about the school. How I could forget JT Daniels and all of this, I'm not sure. But JT was certainly an important fixture for those 8 games or whatever it was that he started. But at the end of the day, JT Daniels was, it's hard to say this and not dilute what he did at Georgia, but at the end of the day, comparatively speaking, his contributions to Georgia were immaterial. He never started a full season. He certainly won the Cincinnati game, which he didn't play great at, but he played well enough to win. So that, Jamie Newman didn't work. There's a lot of stuff that the transfer portal for Kirby has been, not unreal. And you look right, like Smoke Bowie is going to be young enough that, where is he over here on this board? There he is. He's young enough that I don't even know. But then you got like Rara and Dominic Lovett. Those two guys, we're going to see. I think Dominic Lovett could really be a good player for Georgia. But if you're doing it right, you don't need to rely on the transfer portal to matter for you at all. We talk about this a lot. I think the NCAA has done a much better job recently of honing this thing in. There's been a lot of sports. There's been a lot of college sports that's been problematic lately, but the NCAA has done a good job of regulating itself on this front. Speaking of which, take advantage of this offer of regulating. Hey, our 2023 preview is out now. The link is down below. You can just pick it up. If you've been waiting to buy Double Dogs, it's a great time to buy it right now. I'm not sure I'm going to have a better offer than this. You get the book and you get the magazine for free. You can pick it up at Red Zone. If you're in Athens, you should just be going to Red Zone anyway. But it's great. Go get a meal and then you go shop, or shop and then get a meal, whatever. I would shop and then get a meal, frankly. But, it's a really cool 48-page full color. I hand-typed it. We took the photos ourselves. You're not going to see anything. It's completely exclusive to Dawg Post, all of it in there. So make sure that you're picking that up. Get yourself through the summer, man. So go ahead and pick that up now. Double Dogs is if you buy Double Dogs, our 2023 preview is included. When you talk about transfers in, I mean, now a guy that I think of, Jarvis Jones, but Jarvis's situation was different. SC wasn't really. I don't want to speak for Jarvis, but it was not working at SC medically, and obviously he felt like he could still play. If there's anyone more cautious than Ron Corson, I don't know who that person is. So you've got that, but Jarvis was an outstanding transfer player, but he didn't come through the portal. He did it the legitimate way, like back in the day you did. It would have been great to see Jarvis play in 2010, but it wasn't possible for him. But I think a lot of things in college sports are hitting hard all at the same time right now. You're watching each school benefit from these players in a way with contracts that we've just never seen before, television contracts. And now the players are cashing in on their name, image, and likeness, their work. Don't confuse yourself. These guys are working. These women are working. And they should be able to maximize that. That's my opinion, at least. I think it's the law of the land, too, by the way. The NCAA's transfer portal, on the other hand, is something that the schools themselves gave us. They chose this. They picked it. They regulated it. And only now is it sort of becoming a little more based in reality, I guess you could say. For a minute there, that was the wild, wild west. And I think that's not really what you want if you are if you're the NCAA. You want this thing to have a closing date. You want it to be this, that, so that's gotten better now. But I think for Georgia and Kirby and, Dabo, Nick Saban to some degree, I'm trying to think of other coaches kind of been around for a while. There's so many coaches are getting, it's not working and they're getting cut out. But it's not really worked great for Jimbo, I don't think. But anymore, you need to build this thing through recruiting. If you do it that way, you don't have to worry about the free agency that is the transfer portal. Because if it was working for guys that are going to transfer, probably 90% of them, if it was working at the other school, they'd still be there. There's a reason why they're transferring. I think in the case of guys going to Alabama, going to Georgia, going to high-level sort of national championship contender schools, they may be looking for more publicity. I mean, if you're Tresman Marshall, going to Alabama might get you on the field quicker. If you're A.D. Mitchell, I'm not sure I totally understood the reason why A.D. left, but it's up to him, and he may feel like they're going to throw more. I don't know. I mean, the quarterbacks at Georgia are better than the ones at Texas right now. So there's that. But and AD's made his impact, man. Don't worry about that part at Georgia. But I think you really want to build your foundation through guys you recruit. Let me look over here just for a second. I promise I will show you the board soon enough. All your quarterbacks are Georgia guys. All of your running backs are Georgia guys. You've got 2 transfers in at receiver. All of your tight ends you signed. All of your offensive linemen you signed. All of your defensive linemen you signed. All of your linebackers you signed. And all but one of your DBs you signed. So that's a lot of, home cooking, for lack of a better term. It's important to be organic. It's important to be authentic. By the way, speaking of which, if you're watching this long, if you are a business and you're looking to work as a partner with us in the fall, Dean at dawgpost.com. I should have mentioned this earlier. We have millions of folks that consume our content, including you, apparently, and we can deliver your message. I can assure you that it works. So if that's something you're interested in, dean@dawgpost.com. We're talking with people right now about this for the near future. But building it organically, building it through recruiting. You know, when you see the videos of Dylan Raiola talking with players today, or Saturday, I should say, it's just working. It's natural, and the portal can work too, but it can't be the only thing that you do. And I think that that's the part that Kirby and them get right. Thanks for watching.